Full Strength family. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm Audrey. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Well, as you can see, I am back in Augusta, Georgia. I had a fabulous time in Memphis. Got a lot done while I was there, catching up with family and friends. However, I did not get a lot of footage. You know how sometimes you just get so caught up in connecting with the people that you love that you don't even think about, pulling out technology. Well, that's kind of how it was for me, which I think is a good thing. But I did happen to get some highlights, so I'm going to share that with you in this video. But I first wanted to just kind of update you on some of the things that are not going to be in this clip. So I was able to visit with my mom, who is 82 years old. She does have arthritis, and so she doesn't get around as much as she used to. We used to love to shop together, and so she can't really do that like she used to. The things that she does do is go to her swim class for her arthritis. She goes to church regularly, and she goes to the grocery store, of course, and gets the things that she needs. But other than that, she's pretty much at home, and thankfully she has great neighbors that check in on her. So I was able to cook for her. I was able to do some shopping for her because she wanted to go and hit the sales and she couldn't, so I did it on her behalf, and it was nice to be able to do that for her. And y'all know how much I like shopping anyway, so that was cool. I got to catch up with my best friend, childhood friend. We've been friends since I was 8 and she was 10, and so we just caught up, and that was really awesome. I did do some sightseeing with my son. My husband, he didn't want to be out in the heat. There's this heat across the nation, as you guys know, and it is no joke. But my son and I, we went out there. We were troopers in the heat. We did some sightseeing in Memphis, so I'm going to share that footage with you in this video, and I hope you enjoy, because that was one of my best highlights of the trip, and you'll see why later on in the clip. But I went to church with my mom, so I got to catch up with all of my, congregation from when I was a child. That was really awesome. And they invited me up to sing and worship, so that was really cool. Let's see, I got to see my Uncle Elbert. He's like, I think 90 or 91, and so he's a hoot and a half. So he had us cracking up laughing at my Aunt Laura's. And so that was really nice, and I just really kind of, other than that, chilled out. Now, I know some of you who are thrifters like me want to know if I did any thrifting. I did go to one thrift store, guys. Can you believe it? It was all about just connecting with family for me on this trip, so I really didn't do a lot of ripping and running. But I did go to one thrift store, but I only found one thing, and I'm just going to let you guess what that one thing may be, and I'll show you at the end of the video. But right now, I just want to share with you the highlights from my trip. So stay tuned and be back at the end of the video to share with you what I did thrift. We're here at the Slave Haven Underground Railroad Museum here in Memphis, Tennessee, as you can see. So we're about to go get some history, learn some things. I'm here with my son. My husband didn't feel like getting out in the heat, so it's just the two of us today. Hey, Neil.
Hey.
And now we're gonna head on inside. Look at these huge magnolia trees. Cotton was king in Memphis, and in the mid-1800s, the need for free labor was in high demand. After reaching America, Africans were auctioned off to the highest bidder and doomed to a life of slavery, stripping them of their dignity, their pride, and most of all, their freedom. Whenever possible, individuals attempted to liberate themselves by running away. Many runaways were aided by abolitionists who gave them safe passage on the Underground Railroad. That need was met by the establishment of more than a dozen lucrative slave trading businesses. Memphis quickly became Tennessee's greatest slave trading city. Jacob Burkle, a German immigrant, was among those in the anti-slavery movement who risked their lives to help escaping Africans by harboring them in their homes and aiding them on their journey to freedom. Cloaked in secrecy, Burkle, a stockyard owner, operated an underground railroad way station on the outskirts of Memphis from around 1855 until the abolition of slavery. Burkle's unsuspecting, modest home, located near the banks of the Mississippi River, provided refuge for runaway slaves during their flight to freedom in the North. As you descend the stairs into the dark, damp cellar and peer through the trap doors and hidden passages where the fugitives were harbored, you get a glimpse of those turbulent times. Imagine for a moment what daring escapes these must have been for those who were determined to break the chains of slavery. All right, Neil, we just finished the tour. What were your thoughts about this tour? Since we couldn't take cameras inside, I'm just getting your opinion.
Yeah, well, the tour was really mind expanding because there was a lot of information in a short period of time. But it also opened up your heart and gave you a refreshing perspective on what our history, where we came from as a black people. Yeah. And I came out with a lot of information and a new perspective, so I enjoyed the tour.
Yeah, I thought it was really great. Thank you for your perspective on it.
All right, well, now that I gave you my take on it, what's your perspective for the viewers?
Well, I enjoyed the tour. It was really informative in the sense that I've lived here all my life and I did not know about the Burkle home and how that family played an important role in helping slaves to get to freedom. So this particular home was part of the Underground Railroad, which I never knew about. So it just shows how, you know, compassionate people who were of other races were for, you know, the African American people who were brought here, you know, by slavery. So a lot of it I knew about, but that particular aspect I did not know about. So that was really interesting. Can you tell us a little bit about your documentary?
Yeah, so we are doing let's say a journey about those people that we used to go from the south to go up north, in pursuit of liberty and a better life. So we are trying to just see what they went through and understand how it was. So how we do it is we get watermelon, which is symbolize us as niggers that love them, and we are traveling with them along the way and trying to do each stop and understand and see where they've been and what they've been doing.
So how did this get started? Who's spearheaded this? And
so Paulo is the artist who put together the project. The project that we're doing is actually called the Red Inside Project. It's his latest project. Paulo is a performance artist from Minas Gerais, Brazil.
Okay.
And so with this latest project, his initial intention was to take a 1959 Ford F-100, which is baby blue, to represent Yemeya, who is an Orisha. And basically he has had fabricated watermelons out of concrete to kind of represent the struggle and those people who didn't make it. Mm-hmm. So the plan was to take the original truck, the blue truck, and drive that from New Orleans to Canada along the route of the Underground Railroad.
Wow.
Well, unfortunately, the blue truck, being a 1959 truck, was a little bit old and mechanically it wouldn't make the trip. So we got a 1989 truck, 30 years younger, that is red and white and represents who?
Sometimes it's Yon-san.
Yon-san is a Orisha? Yeah? Yeah.
And you're Clifton, right?
I'm Clifton,
Clifton.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
What role do you play in this?
So I'm one of the drivers for the project.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's
and I'm also
awesome.
a photographer, so I'm helping to do some of the documentation as well.
All right, and lastly, what can you tell my viewers, like on a release date of the documentary? When are your tentative plans for?
Ooh, that's a good question. When do you think the documentary will be finished?
Quando empezó, ¿no?
¿Cuándo se va a terminar?
Well, it's a very hard because I don't know.
Yeah.
Why? It's maybe three years ago.
Yeah.
I start it and wow, it's maybe 6 months or 3 months. But I arrived in New Orleans. No, I come from South, go to other South, no, South America to South USA, and I'm going to go to New Orleans and start it, and maybe 3 or 6 months. But it's I don't have control. We talk about it in the journal, because what I know I'm starting south, no, and go to north. It is like when the people make this traveling, no, when the people start the traveling in underground road, no, the black man, black women start for freedom, no, go to north, but don't know the way, and the way it's a make in that time, no, when going, what the people say, no, what the people know. The people know about the north. We need go to north, no, see the sun, where this sunset, sunrise, and east, no, and go to north. No, it is right, but what happened in the way, it's like a surprise.
Right.
It's for God to know, because we don't know. We think about the black people, no, Afro. In Africa is Zulu, Sangana, no, the Chaga, Maasai. It's different people. But when these people move to America, it's like a
melting
state.
pot.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's only one people. No, now you are not Sangana, you are not a Herero, you are not Khoisan, you are not Benguela. Now you are black. No, it's a eyes outside. It's like the white people see. Oh, this is black. It's I'm it. Cliff, it's a different guys.
Yes.
Different. No, this is from some family, from other family. I'm from other family.
See.
We are different, but we have a point, no? And sometimes when the white people see, oh, it's the same, these guys and these guys, it's the same people. Wow, it is hot, but we can make together, no? Together, and brothers, but brothers in the boat, brother in genocide. This project is about freedom, but it's about everything about our ancestors.
What is the name of this documentary?
The red inside.
The red inside?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah.
Great.
Red, no? You have the red inside.
Red inside.
Okay.
Yeah, it is the same. Because red inside here, red inside here,
yes.
and red inside here.
Yes.
Red inside in you.
Awesome.
Yes.
Thank you, guys. Thank
Thank
you so
you.
much. The red inside. We'll remember that. Appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
And it's Paulo Nazareth.
Paulo Nazareth.
Yes.
Thank you so much. What you doing, Ma?
Just looking at this.
What are you walking around doing? Oh, Laura, you need some help?
Huh?
You need some help?
Well, I'll put this away for a little later on. I'll sit down and I'm gonna rest some first. I guess it's time for the cut stood off on the wine, huh?
Yeah, don't give him any more. All right, everybody, I hope you enjoyed those highlights from my trip to Memphis. And if you're ever in the Memphis area, please check out Slave Haven. That was a really nice tour. I know a lot of you have probably, been to other slave museums or Black history museums, but each time I go to one, they're so different and you learn so much new information that is unique to that specific area, and you really see the connection and the roles of people that people played in that whole era of slavery, and how there are these little intricate differences depending on where you were, but yet it was, just sobering. So if you're ever in the area, check that out for sure. I hope you enjoyed that. But let me go ahead and share with you what I did thrift. So how many of you guess what I thrifted? Well, if you said a handbag, you're absolutely right. I did thrift a handbag. They had some really nice bags, but they were high price, guys. I mean, these thrift stores are really getting ridiculous with their pricing. They are catching on. They're like, this whole reselling business, we're gonna nip that in the bud. So anyway, let me just get into what I got. I did find this Brighton handbag, and the reason why I got this bag is because I had previously thrifted like maybe 3 Brighton handbags, and they were really good condition, and then I ended up selling all of them. And I kind of regretted one that I sold, and it was a crossbody, and it was very similar to this one in color, but it was a little bit smaller and it had a crossbody strap, and I kind of missed that bag. But I found this tote. So this is a Brighton tote, vintage tote bag. It has the little known heart for the Brighton. It's got your, I don't know, is that silver plated hardware on it, the braided. I like the braided detailing of the strap, and this leather is so awesome. As you guys know, Brighton, I think vintage Brighton bags and vintage Dooney bags are on the same quality level as far as their leather. Their leather is very, very similar if you look at it. So this is like their pebbled leather, and then it has the croc embossed leather on the trim here at the bottom and at the top. On the back, you have this really, really deep set pocket. I mean, lots of room, so I love that. Then it has a snap closure, and it's like a bucket style tote. So very, very roomy. And then of course you have the zip pocket here with the Brighton Creed, but just nice. And I paid a little bit more than what I normally would pay for a bag. This was $19.96, but I got it because it's excellent leather quality, and I will get some use out of it. And then if I want to resell it, I could, make a little bit of a profit off of it, because there are a lot of people who collect these bags. So this is the only thing that I thrifted. Thank you guys so much for supporting my channel. I noticed that I did reach 3K, so I'm going to be doing a giveaway. In my next video, I am going to be giving away a travel-on bag. As you know, I previously reviewed a travel-on bag, and they sent me 3 items, and I had always intended to give that 3rd bag to my viewers as appreciation, so that's what I'm going to be doing. So if you're interested in that, be looking out for the next video. Click like and subscribe, hit the notification button so you'll know when I upload. But yes, I will be doing a giveaway in my next video. So thank you guys so much for your support. I love all of you. Please comment below what you enjoy about traveling. Tell me some about your highlights, if you've had any highlights this summer, if you've done any traveling. Where are some places that you visited that really impacted you? I'd love to hear about it in the comments below. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you soon. Bye.